LR of 1. We'll continue that. Okay, students, this particular string, is it accepted in the grammar or not? Did you check? Please check once whether BCD is accepted or not. It is accepted. Okay, so it is accepted, but according to this, we are getting error. Do you know the reason why it is happening like that? What can be the reason? The first reason is we got the conflict, right? So we got the conflict, reduce conflict. And then what we did, we selected rule number 5 because that is occurring before rule number 6. So whichever rule comes first, we have selected that, isn't it? So, but according to your derivation, if you please mute, students, please mute. Please mute. So according to the derivation, if you try the derivation, if you try to write the tree, what happens? Instead of selecting rule 5, rule 6 will work actually. Means when you derive, you are going to start with S gives B, capital BD, and then in the next step, you are supposed to take a capital B gives small c. So then only it will be accepted. But what we have done is, here we have tried to reduce using rule 5. That's why it is failing. Okay, means even though we use the strategy, what happens for some of the strings, it may not accept. Why? Because of the conflict. Okay, so if you want to leave it with the conflict, yes, you can leave it, or you want to resolve by selecting using some strategy, that is also fine. But here the strategy also fails even though the string is accepted. Okay, so that is the conclusion I am making. Anyway, this particular grammar is not suitable for LR of 1 because of the conflict. Okay, so we will proceed with the next example, students. This example is, okay, you see this grammar. What kind of grammar is it? Is it ambiguous?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it is not ambiguous. It is highly ambiguous. Means every level you will get the problem. Of course, this particular grammar cannot be used at all for the top-down because so many things have to be done. We will see what happens in the bottom-up parsing now. Let us start with the first state, that is I0. And as you know, you are going to start with the, so I am trying to write the LR of 0 first. First, we'll try with LR of 0. If it is having conflict, then we will try with SLR. If that also has conflict, then we will try with LR of 1. Okay, so I am starting with LR of 0 now. Means in LR of 0 parsing, we'll be using LR of 0 items. So you don't have to maintain the look ahead symbols here. You have to just see how the closure is used and how to expand all the rules in a corresponding state. Okay, so let us start with the first state. So first you're going to start with the augmented grammar rule, that is E dash is equal to E dollar. So with that you're going to start, and because dot E appears, you're going to expand all the rules corresponding to the LHS E. So all this will occur. Okay, so that is state number 0. So coming to state number 1, what happens? You're going to read E. Okay, so you can imagine, see, in other examples, we didn't get this kind of situation at all, actually. So we were getting only one rule and that's the rule for the accept, that's it. But in this particular example, what we are getting is, when you read E, there are 3 items that are listed here. Okay, because the same symbol is read, you are going to list out all the items in the I1 state. So only the thing is, we have moved the dot operator after E, and we don't have anything to expand because we get dot plus and dot star, which need not be expanded further. So that is done now. I1 is done. Coming to I2, so we have finished with reading E. So the first 3 rules are done. Now when we read open parenthesis, we will get something like this. So E gives open parenthesis dot E, close parenthesis. because dot E is appearing, we have to expand capital E. So when you expand capital E, all these items will be listed. Okay, so that's it. There is no challenge actually. You have to just expand. Okay, so that is I2. And coming to the next rule at I0 is we have to read ID. So when you read ID, what happens? You will get E gives ID dot. So this is state number I3. Means here it is now eligible for reduce action. So now coming back to our I1, let us proceed and see what will be there in that path. So now in this, the first rule, anyway, we are encountering dollars, so we don't have to do anything. But in the next rule, we have plus to be read. So read plus and move the dot operator. And it is known as I4 now. It is labeled as I4. So after moving the dot operator, again we are getting something to be expanded. So dot E appears, therefore E is expanded. So when you expand E, all the rules related to E will be written down here. So that will be the end of this state. So coming to the other option is when you read star, what happens? Same way here also, after reading the star, dot is moved and we get dot E. Therefore, we are going to find the closure and we get all these LR of 0 items in this state also. Okay, so that is done. And in I1, we have finished all the three possibilities. That is, reading dollar is not required, reading plus, reading star, we have finished. Okay, so coming to state number I2, we have E to be read. So when we read E, there are three production rules. There are three items with the same E to be read. So all those three items will be listed after reading E, and the dot is moved. Okay, so after moving that, we don't have anything to expand. So that's it, and we call it as I6. And so these first three rules are done. And now when you read open parenthesis, you'll get the same kind of rules to be expanded. So therefore, we can reuse the state, which is a self loop. So open parenthesis, if you read, it will give rise to the same contents that is in I2. So you can have the self loop. Then coming to the last rule, when you read ID, what happens? You'll get the same thing like what we have in I3. So you can reuse that state. So I2 is done. Coming to I4, we'll see what next. In I4, we can read E because we have dot E. So once you read E, what happens? You'll get something like this. Again, when you're reading E, there are three rules with E to be read. Therefore, you'll list out all the possible LR of 0 items in this state also. After listing, we don't have anything to be expanded further. So it will be just this, that is E gives E plus E dot, and E gives E dot plus E, and so on. So this is I7. And so the first three rules are done with the I4. And the next rule, when I read open parenthesis, will get same thing like I2. So you can reuse the state. Similarly, when you read ID, you'll get same thing like I3. So you can reuse that also. Okay. So coming to I5, when you read E at I5, you'll get something like this. It is similar to I7, except for that in I7 we have plus operator. In I8 we have star operator. That's the only difference. Otherwise, it is almost similar. So once you read, you'll get this particular state with this content. And then when you read open parenthesis, again, it will be the same as I2. So you can reuse that. And similarly, when you read ID, you'll get I3. Okay, so that is done. Coming to the state I6, what we get is, we get only this rule when you read close parenthesis, and this path is done now because we have got the dot operator in the rightmost position. And if you read plus, it is same like I4. You can list out and see. Okay, E gives E plus dot E is what we are going to get, and because of dot E, we are going to expand further. So it will be same like this. Similarly, when you read star, you will get something like I5 only. So we are going to reuse it. Okay. So coming to I7, I7, anyway, first rule is done. Okay, I didn't wanted to show the table. First rule is done because the dot operator is already in the rightmost position. For the second rule, when you read plus, what you get is you are going to get the same thing like I4. Similarly, when you read star, you will get I5. So we are going to reuse the states. In I8 also, when you read plus, it goes to I4. When you read star, it goes to I5. Okay, and that's it. Here already we have finished, and I9 is already completed. Now you verify all the parts whether it is completed or not. Every rule have been terminated properly. So the rule number 1 is done in the state number I7, and rule number 2 is done in I8, and rule number 3 is done in I9, and rule number 4 is done in I3. So we have completed parsing all the possible rules which is there in the grammar. Okay, so we are done with. Now, by seeing the diagram only, can you identify whether any conflicts are there or not? Of course, you can construct the table, but before that, can you just see and then analyze and say whether there will be some conflict in this particular diagram or not? So I'll give 1 minute time. So please verify, because this is also one way of learning. Yeah, of course, you can construct the table. Before that also you can find. So let me know whether any conflicts are there, and if it is there, in which state it exists. So please look at the diagram and try to answer. Please be interactive, students. Check the diagram and then tell where the conflict occurs and what kind of conflict. Any answers?
Ma'am, from I2 to I6.
From I2 to I6.
For cos, when we read E, we are going to I6, but when from I0 to I1, when we read anyway, we are going to go to states which read C, so we can directly go to I2 to I1, no ma'am.
We can go from I2 to I1. Why are you saying from I2 to I1? Is there any reason for that, I2 to I1? No.
Because we are reading E.
No, when you are reading E, the contents should be same. Then only you can reuse the state. Otherwise, you can't. See, the content in I1 is definitely different. Even though I have listed E gives E plus E, whatever, E gives E dot plus E, and E gives E dot star E, but we can't do that because we have this extra one production rule here, isn't it? And similarly, if you take, you are saying about I6, right? I6 is definitely different, right? So after reading E, you can't go to I1 because there is one first LR of 0 item which is different than any other item. So you can't do that. Definitely you can't do. Means compulsorily all the rules, all the items in that particular state should match. Then only we can reuse. Otherwise we can't. Okay. Is that clear? So you can't go back to I1 when you are reading E. Okay.
Only because of the first E dash rule, it is not valid.
Ah, yes, yes, yes. So every item you have to verify, and if it matches, then only you are going to do. Okay, means you can manually write and see whether it is going to generate the same content or not. Small difference also, yes, you can't take. Even the position of the dot matters. The rule matters. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can you tell what is the conflict? Anybody tried getting? Yes.
I8 reduce and shift reduce conflict.
I8 you are saying. Okay.
Yes.
So on what symbol you can get the conflict? Can you tell? Anyway, we have only two symbols we are reading, that is plus. On plus we are going to have what? The shift, that is S4. Yeah. Similarly, on star we are going to have what? S5. And as you all know, in LR of 0 parsing, what we do is we apply the reduce action for all the terminal symbols. Okay, so this rule number is what? E gives E star E is nothing but rule number 2. So rule number 2 is applied for all the terminal symbols, means even including plus and star. So for plus and star already there was some shift, isn't it? Now what we do is when we apply the reduce action, that is R2, when you apply, it will have the conflict. Similarly in I7 also, okay, similarly in I7 also, it will have the conflict with rule number 1 and shift 4 on plus and shift 5 on star. So definitely in the state number 7 and state number 8, we are going to have the conflict. So let us see the table now. Already I have constructed the table. One second. Okay, so this is the table. This is the table for LR of 0. So as you observe, at 0, all this you can fill directly. At 0, on E it goes to 1, and S3, S2, all these are very common, you know. When you come to state number 3 is what? Reduce action. So reduce action means you are going to apply whatever rule number is there, no, that reduce action you are going to apply. That is rule number 4. So at state 3, you are going to apply rule number 4 for all the terminal symbols, including dollar. Okay. State number 4, there is no issue. State number 5 also, there is no issue. State number 6 also, there is no issue. Coming to state number 7, we are going to apply rule number 1 for all the terminal symbols, okay, because there is a reduce action. Similarly, at state number 8 also, we are going to apply rule number 2 for the reduce action, because the dot operator is in the rightmost position, it is eligible for reduce. And because for the same symbols, we have the shift operation also, S4 and S5. At 8 also, S4 and S5, we get the shift reduce conflict. Okay, at state number 9, we have the rule number 3 to be used for reduce action, and therefore we have got the shift reduce conflict. Okay, so at state number 7 and at state number 8, we have got the shift reduce conflict. So if any one state also, if it contains the shift reduce conflict, then we say that the given grammar is not suitable for that particular parsing technique. So we are doing the LR of 0, therefore it is not suitable for LR of 0 parsing because of this conflict, okay, because of this conflict. So anyway, we know that LR of 0 parsing is a very weak parsing technique. So let us also see whether we can go ahead with the SLR parsing technique. Okay, so you know that for SLR we use the same diagram which is constructed for LR of 0 parsing. So we will be using the same diagram. Now only difference is in SLR, what we do is whenever you apply the reduce action, you use a strategy. The strategy is what? Instead of applying the reduce action for all the terminal symbols, instead we do what? We find the follow set of the LHS symbol, and only for those symbols we are going to apply the reduce action. So the state number 3, state number 7, state number 8 and state number 9, only this will get affected. All others will remain the same. So let us see what is SLR parsing table. The diagram is same, only where the differences are seen, only that I will show. Okay, state number 0, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 remains same as LR of 0 parsing table. Okay, so other states which will have the difference have listed here in the SLR parsing table. Before that, we need to find the follow. Anyway, there is only one LHS, that is E, LHS symbol, and E dash we are not going to use anyways. So follow of E is, according to the grammar, we have not changed anything. So as it is, if you take the grammar, follow of E is from the rule number 0, it is $. From rule number 1, follow of E is plus. From rule number 2, the follow of E is star, and from rule number 3, follow of E is close parenthesis. So all these symbols are present in follow of E, that is $, plus, star, and close parenthesis. So only for these symbols we are going to apply the reduce action, and not like for all the terminal symbols as we do in LR of 0 parsing. Okay, so let us see the difference now. At state 3, we are going to apply. Anyway, for all these, we have the same LHS, so no need to worry. So for all the 4 symbols, we are going to apply the reduce action for plus, star, close parenthesis, and dollar. Okay, so rule number 4. Similarly, at 7, we are going to apply rule number 1. At 8, we are going to apply rule number 2. At 9, we are going to apply rule number 3. Now, does the shift reduce conflict occurs still? Yes. Why? Because this shift has not changed. It is still there. On plus, we are shifting to 4, state number 4 at 7. Similarly, at 7, on star, we are going to have the shift operation to state number 5. Same thing holds good with 8 also. Okay. So now also this shift reduce conflict occurs. Okay, means after using the strategy of SLR parsing technique also there is not much difference except for few reduce actions we removed for some symbols, except that we don't have anything much improvement in the parsing table. Therefore, the conflict still remains. The same conflict what was existing in LR of 0, it remains the same in SLR parsing table also. Therefore, we can conclude that it is not suitable for even SLR parsing. Okay, so the given grammar, which is an ambiguous grammar, is not suitable for LR of 0, and it is also not suitable for SLR parsing. So we have done 2 techniques now by using the state diagram created for LR of 0 parsing. Okay, now let us see whether LR of 1 can be used or not. Okay, if I'm crossing the time, please tell me. Okay, so let us see. And LR of 1 is very difficult because you'll get lot of states while generating the states. No, due to the look ahead symbols, you have to take care of the look ahead symbols, and there are a lot more things to be listed in each state. And also the number of states will increase like anything. So you can observe that now. So this is now only LR of 0 and SLR. We will move on to the LR of 1 parsing technique now, because the next technique I would select is LR of 1. We'll see if it is fine, then we can use that. Or also if the number of states are more, you can merge and see whether the conflict occurs or not, you can check. Okay. So before I start with this slide, I want you to try how it works in the first state. Because if your first state is wrong, then everything goes wrong. So let us start from the first state. You should be with me. You have to answer and then we will proceed. Okay. So in the first state, now we are trying to generate the LR of 1 state diagram. Okay. You are going to start with the first rule, that is the augmented rule. E bar gives dot E dollar. And now the look ahead symbol for this, I would take it as question mark. Okay. Now, so because this dot E appears, okay, because this dot E appears, what happens? I have to expand all the rules corresponding to E. Okay. So I have expanded also. Once I expand, can you tell me what is the look ahead symbol for this? From where did I take? From here I took. Are you able to see, students? First, I want to show this and then, yeah. And now what is the look ahead symbol for this? I expanded E. Now what I am supposed to do is I have to find the first of dollar question mark. So first of dollar question mark is nothing but dollar. So where all I will put the dollar? I will put the dollar for all the rules which I expanded just now. We'll do this. Okay. Do we stop there? No. Why? See, here I expanded in the first rule. First, okay. And then after expanding, what happened? You see, again we are getting dot E. Okay. In rule number 1, we are getting dot E. So what should we do then? Again, we have to expand. So that's what I told you. It's very complex. And you should have patience to solve this problem. So now once I expand, whether the rules will change? No, the rules will remain same. I'm going to list out. So suppose I list out, okay, I will list out and show. So what happens? Now I am going to expand because of this dot E, which is there in the second rule. I need to expand. Okay, so I will take this and I will try to expand. Okay, so it is not just that rule, right? We have to expand everything. This also I have to list out now. Next rule also I have to write down. And then the last rule also I have to write down. Okay, so now for all these rules, what will be the look ahead symbol you have to see. So where did I expand? I took this one actually. I took this one. I will mark in different colors so that that is what I have taken right now. Okay, this is what I have taken. So for this, what can be the look ahead symbol? So this E only I expanded. Okay, the E which is present in the RHS in the leftmost position after dot. So when I expand this, what is that I'm going to find? I'm going to find first of what? Please tell me. First of what? First of
plus $E.
plus E dollar. Yes, that is very important. So when you find the first of plus E dollar, what will be the symbol that will be present in the first set? It will be plus. So this is important. So what do? Whatever I expanded just now, I'm going to add this look ahead symbol, which is a new look ahead symbol. And this plus is maintained for all these rules. Okay, for all these rules, I have to maintain this plus because of the new expansion. Okay, so that is done now. Now, did we finish? No. Why? Because, okay, I finished from here. I come over here, the next rule. So next rule is what? This is an iterative process I have told, no? The next rule is this. So I have to continue with this, which I have marked in blue. So here also again I have got dot E, means I need to expand all these once again. Okay, all these once again I am going to expand, and but now the look ahead symbol is going to be new. Okay, so what are the new look ahead symbol? Again you are going to follow the same procedure. What is the procedure we followed earlier? The same procedure we have to follow for this also. So maybe I can increase the size. Okay, so if you follow the earlier procedure, which I have marked in blue, okay, this one, this E only I expanded. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the first of what? Star E dollar, which is nothing but star. Okay, so this is what we have found. Right, so now means for this rule the new look ahead symbol what I got, it is star. For this also, because I expanded that E, that's why I got all these rules. So we have to have this star for every. So we are done with the first rule number 0, we are done with the rule number 1, we are done with the rule number 2, we expanded successfully. Coming to rule number 3, that is R3, you don't have anything to expand, so that's it. And coming to R4 also, we don't have anything to expand because the dot appears before the terminal symbol, so there is nothing to expand. So this is what you got, which is known as I naught. This is our state. This is the first state. You can imagine, because the grammar is ambiguous, how much difficulty we had. So this is our I naught, and you can use a shorthand notation like how I have used in my diagram. I will show that. Means instead of listing out all this separately, maybe the items are same, only the look ahead symbols are varying. So you can write the union of all these together. Means dollar or plus or star. You can place it for all the rules. So that's what I have done in my diagram. I'll show it. See here I have written something like this. So this is like shorthand. But if you are doing for the first time, you can list out everything and see, and then maybe you can list out like this. So when I list more than one look ahead symbol, it means that either dollar or plus or star. Okay. So now I will proceed with the next state. So all of you are clear with how we got this I naught state and why all these look ahead symbols. Is that clear, students? Because if this state is wrong, then everything can go wrong, and it is a very complex problem. Is that clear? I want the answer from you, students, not just one or two people. Everybody, is that clear? State number I naught. Yes?
Ma'am, we didn't move the dot in the last slide.
Which one?
We didn't move the dot to the next.
We have not moved because we have not read. We have only listed the items in I naught. That's all. See, when you read, whenever you read, no, the transition takes place. I have not started with the transition. I've just listed what is there in the state number I naught. That's it. I've not done anything. I have just found the first state. That's it. I have not yet started the transition. Isn't it? So transition, when you start the transition, what happens? You'll move the dot operator. When you're not taking the transition, then the dot is not moved. Dot mentions what? When you take a transition, the dot is also moved. But in the current state, you'll not be moving the dot. Okay. So only when you take it to the next state, you will take the dot to be moved. Okay, so what I did till now, I just found the first state, that's all, nothing else. So all the possibilities I listed in the current state, in the I naught state itself, I have found all the possible LR of 1 items, that's all. I have not yet started with the transition. But this itself is complex, I'm telling. If you forget any one thing, then it will affect, because later on all these lookahead symbols does matters. It is important. Okay. So that's why I'm telling you have to see this carefully and then you should proceed. I think it is Priyadarshan. Is that clear, Priyadarshan? I have not done any transition till now. I've just listed all the items in the I naught. Is that clear? How to list the items? That's why I showed separately, because when I show together, no, you can't imagine, right? So you can't visualize. That's why I wrote today. I did online so that you visualize how it is expanded. Every step. When you do know, when you get some dot operator before the non-terminal, how we are going to expand, you should experience that. Then you will get all this. Okay. I think if you see that once again, or you have to keep doing, solving some problems till you get convinced, okay, what I am doing, how it is coming, all that you should think and do it. Okay. Is it clear how we got all these look ahead symbols, students? I have not taken any transition till now. So please don't get confused with that. That's why I'm telling you, you should be with me. Maybe parallelly, if you start writing, it will be the best way of learning, I would say. I naught, creating I naught, is that clear? Others also should answer. Please do answer. Otherwise, I should repeat. I will think like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine, right? Okay. Okay, so I naught is done now. So what we have to do is now I am going to take the transition. How do I take the transition? So whenever the dot operator is there, after the dot operator, whatever symbol exists, that is what I am going to read. Okay, so here in the first rule we have E to be read. In the second rule we have E to be read. In the third rule also we have E to be read. Okay, in the fourth rule we have open parenthesis to be read. In the last rule, we have ID to be read. Okay. So now, when I read E, what happens? I will get all these three items. And also remember that whenever we are taking the transition, there is no change in the look ahead symbol. We just copy as it is. This is a very important point. Okay, so you just copy as it is. But when you find the closure in the current state and when you expand some rules, at that time you have to find the new look ahead symbol. Okay, so after taking the transition, we get I1 and this is the content in I1. You have moved the dot. See now, Priyadarshan, we have moved the dot. Do you observe that in the first rule, E has been read, that is why now it is E dot dollar. Similarly, for the next rule also, that is according to I naught, the second rule, what we have is dot E plus E. So that when you move the dot operator, you will get E gives E dot plus E. Similarly, the next rule, when you read E, it becomes E gives E dot star E. And notice that whatever look ahead symbols we have, the same thing we have copied. There is no change. And now in the current state, do I have to do something? How do you verify? Here it is a dot dollar, nothing to be done. Here we have dot plus. Because it is a terminal symbol, we don't have anything to expand. So similarly, dot star is there. There also I don't have anything to expand. So that's it in the I1. The state I1 is done. Okay. Next, coming to when you read, means the first three rules I finished completely. And coming to the next is what we have to read, open parenthesis. When you read open parenthesis, what you get is, you get E gives open parenthesis dot E close parenthesis. And we have copied the same look ahead symbols, that is dollar plus and star. Now, after writing this, you notice that dot E appears. Okay, because dot E appears, what you have to do is you have to list out all the rules that are corresponding to E. And whenever you expand, you should note that the dot will appear in the leftmost position. Whenever you expand newly, it dot will be in the beginning position only, always. So dot E plus E, dot E star E, dot open parenthesis E close parenthesis, dot ID. All these are listed now. Now, after finding the closure, now you have to find the new look ahead symbol. So how do you find the new look ahead symbol? From here only I expanded. That is, this E only I expanded. So what I should find now? First of close parenthesis dollar, or first of close parenthesis plus, or first of close parenthesis star. That's what I have. Three options I have. Close parenthesis dollar, close parenthesis plus, close parenthesis star. So from all these three options, what do I get? First of this particular substring is nothing but close parenthesis. So that is why we have listed close parenthesis as the look ahead symbol. You don't have to list dollar plus star now, because after E, whatever I have, I am taking the first of that. So first of this close parenthesis followed by whatever look ahead symbols. Anyway, I am getting here only. If this was null, then I would have taken dollar plus and star. But this is not null. That is, after E, there is nothing null. It is not epsilon. Therefore, we take this symbol only as the look ahead symbol. Okay, that's why all these close parentheses will be listed as the look ahead symbol. So after doing this, do I have to do anything? Do I have to do anything? You have to see, isn't it? So should I do something now or not? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, right. So that is why I wanted to edit this part. Okay, because then only you'll understand. Now, okay, if I expand, what happens? What happens if I expand? Okay, this E only I'm going to expand. That is the rule, second rule, which is E gives dot E plus E, right? So if I expand this once again, you are going to list out all the rules once again. And what is that I'm going to get? What is that I'm going to get as a look ahead symbol from this? I'm going to get plus. Yes or no? Right? Do we get plus there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So don't see the other part. Simply, I want to edit and show. That is why I have done half of. Okay. That is how we have to learn. So I added plus for all these rules. Okay. Do I stop there? So this is done. First one is done. Second one is done. I come over here. Third one also has the same problem. Means I have to again expand. Like how we did in I0, not similar to that. So once again, when I expand, what happens? I get what? Star. Okay, I get star because of first of star E. First of star E, we will get star. So that's it, or something else to be done still in this state I2.
That's it.
I2, that's it. Okay, I2 is done now. So I2 is done. Okay, so let us proceed with the next symbol to be read in the I0. So in I0, I finished E. I finished open parenthesis. Now let us read ID. So when you read ID, what happens? You'll get the E gives ID dot, and all the symbols, whatever I had in I0, I have copied as it is. So now you imagine, don't see the remaining states. You imagine that you have completed I0, I1, I2, and I3. That's all. Nothing else. Okay. So only these states you see. And now let us proceed with the I4. Okay. I will go back and Okay, so I4, how do we get? I4 is from here. So anyway, for the first rule, I don't have to do anything because we have to encounter dollar. So that anyway, we are going to leave it. But in the next rule, we have plus to be read. So once you read plus, what happens? You will get like this. Dot is moved after the plus. So E plus dot E you will have, and all the lookahead symbols, whatever you had in the previous state, you have copied. Now, do we stop there? No. Why? Because we have dot E. We have to expand once again all the rules related to E. So I expanded all the rules related to E. And what happens to the lookahead symbols now? After E, I don't have anything. Means I don't have any symbol, either terminal symbol or non-terminal symbol. So by default, what I do, first off, I can take first of either dollar, first of plus, or first of star. So when I take all these, it will be itself because these are the terminal symbols. Therefore, I can list out the same dollar, same plus and star for all the rules. Is that clear? I4 students, how I wrote a dollar plus and star? Because E is followed by some symbol which is nothing but the epsilon, and first of epsilon followed by dollar is dollar only, epsilon followed by plus is plus only, epsilon followed by star is star only. I've copied the same lookahead symbols. That is the reason, no other reason. Okay, because of the first of this part. So I4 is constructed like this. If there is any doubt at this stage, let me know. Okay, so if at all you are getting, it's fine. Otherwise, let me clarify because this is very important point. So in our problem, somewhere this kind of situation may exist. Okay, and this is a worst problem, I'll tell you. That's why all possibilities are coming. Okay, is that clear, students? I4, state number I4. If it is clear, I will proceed with the next state because I don't want to just continue without you people getting convinced. If you're not convinced, then I have to tell once again. Is that clear, students? Shall I call out the name and ask? Sachin, is that clear? Sachin is there in the meeting or not? No answers. What does it mean? Students, you have to answer. Monica, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Others, what about others? If it is not clear, let me know. Otherwise, you'll not be able to solve the problems, I'll tell you. That's why I'm repeating. Okay, please concentrate, and then also you draw it parallelly. It is really complex, this particular problem especially. Okay, so I4 is done. Only one more state I'll finish and maybe I can stop. For I5, when you read star, you'll get, he gives E star dot E, and the same lookahead symbols have been copied here, dollar plus and star. Okay, because the dot E appears here, we have expanded all these once again. And once you expand, you have to find the lookahead symbol. And after E here also, we don't have any symbol except for the lookahead symbols. That's why we have copied the same lookahead symbols. If something was there after E, I would have taken that symbol, but that is not there. Therefore, we take the same lookahead symbol as before. Okay, so dollar plus and star exists for all the rules. And there is nothing much to do because we have already covered. If at all you take this dot E once again, you will get the same plus, isn't it? If you take dot E once again, you will get the same star. That is why I didn't tell. So if you list out and see, you will get the same content. And again, you will get the same thing. Once the content does not change in the current iteration, you can stop that. Okay. So that's why in I4 and I5, it is similar. Once you expand this E, you get this. And if you try to expand the next E also, you'll get the same thing. Next E also, you'll get the same thing almost because you're finding the union. Therefore, you can very well take dollar plus and star together. Okay, so I4 and I5 are similar except for here we are reading plus and then moving the dot, and in the next state we are reading star and we are moving dot. That's the only difference. Otherwise, everything is similar. Okay, so I4 and I5 we are done. Okay, 5 more minutes are there. One more state maybe I can cover. Coming to I2, we are going to read E. Okay, when you read E, what happens in first three rules we have E to be read. So once you read E, what happens? You will get E gives open parenthesis E dot close parenthesis, and we have copied the dollar symbol. And here also we need to copy, right? Because I edited there, it has to be edited here also. Okay, so now once you expand this E, okay, you are reading E here and we have not yet expanded anything. Okay, all those whatever we have to copy that. I left it. So all this we got, isn't it? So the first three rules as it is, we read and we moved the dot and then we got this. So that is I6. And we don't have anything to expand further because we are having dot plus nothing to be done, dot close parenthesis nothing to be done, and dot star nothing to be done. Okay, so that is I6. Coming to reading open parenthesis, when you read open parenthesis, maybe in LR of 0 you would have got the self loop. Here also, do we get the self loop or not? Don't see this, you just think and answer. In I2, when I read open parenthesis, what happens? Is it same or different? Is it same like I2 or different? Any answer, students?
Ma'am, it has different lookouts.
Yeah, so that is why I created a new state. Why did I create a new state? I didn't use the self loop because the first rule itself is different. Here we have dollar plus star, whereas in I7 I am getting something different. So what is that I am getting? I am getting after reading open parenthesis, I get close parenthesis plus and star. Okay, that's what I'm going to get. And then because this dot E appears, we are going to expand E once again. So all these rules we are going to list. And why this close parenthesis plus star will come, you have to see. Okay, so here from the first rule, I get close parenthesis. Next, what I do, again, I'm going to expand E. Once I expand the second rule, I get plus. Once I expand the third rule, I get star. So that's why I'm going to get all these once again in I7. So the only difference between I2 and I7 is what? Due to the first rule. Okay, due to the first rule, I get the difference. Otherwise, it would have been same. Okay, so we will proceed in the next class, students. And you try this and complete and come. Okay, I will stop here. So till I7 I have completed. If you get any doubts till now, maybe you can work out and then maybe in the next class you can ask. Okay, students. 2 more minutes are there. Any doubts you can ask me. But you have to try to understand and write. That's the only way. Without writing, you cannot visualize. Definitely you can't visualize. So at the end of the next class, I will give some assignment problems. You're going to work out and upload. I will check it whether you have understood properly or not. So sincerely yourself, you try and then upload. Okay, students. Thank you.